Hello again, and welcome to our continuous course about the 5G hardware specification. Today in session 4, we are continuing the discussion, but in this session we will focus more on the real introduction of the 5G system. In the previous sessions, we have discussed the evolution of the RRU and RRH and how was that very important for moving forward in the technology from 2G, 3G, 4G, and towards the 5G. So the RRH and RRU was a solution that will be continue with us in the 5G, as we will discuss later in this course. In today's session, we will having a new and amazing solutions that is the normal progress of the RRU. Before that, we would like to explain how, in terms of deployment, will be the 5G. In the traditional network, the current network, 3G, 2G and 4G networks, we are talking about the distribution RAN. Distribution RAN that mean that when you are implementing or deploying your sites, the site is continuing from your BBU cabinet, your power solution, and your BBU solution, and then the power solution, the BBU and the RRU are connected through power. And then you have the synchronization, all this in one place, and then you are connecting your tower and RRU to the antenna. This is a traditional deployment of the 4G. Most of the 4G networks, I would say 95% of the 4G networks are deploying this way. And this solution, we call it distribution RAN. With the new evolution, came a new solution called the AAU, and the AAUs basically contain the RRU and the antenna in one box, and it becomes more compact, and it's called AAU solution. We will talk in more details about the AAU solutions and how it is becoming very useful for the wireless network. The point that I'm trying to make here is the distribution RAN. This is a traditional deployment of sites, which means all this configuration, all this equipment or the hardware are located within the site. So basically what you have here is the BBU are connected through fiber either to the RRU or the AAU, and it's located within the same area or within the same site, which is having somehow complication of the space that we are requiring for the site. So the fiber connection here between the BBU with either the RRU or the AAU is around 100 meters, because in generally you don't have sites that is higher than 100 meters, and this is actually the application is I would say 95% of the operator over the world are distributing this, which is in Europe 99%, China Mobile 90%, and China Telecom 50%. This is a traditional way of distributing the RAN system. Having said that, there's another way that has started already in the 4G system, which is called the centralized RAN. The centralized RAN is a new concept, which is a real concept that has introduced a new way of thinking about the wireless technology on the operator or the deployment of the site, which is called the virtual RAN and the open RAN, which we will talk it later in other courses, or we might have a brief later on this technology. So the centralized RAN is actually having the same everything, but it's continue from two parts. One is, we call it the BBU concentrator or the BBU hub sites. In this case, or in this solution, we will have a hub site that can have up to many BBU baseband units, and then from there connecting to a different AAU sites. So in this scenario, the AAU or the site will be continue only from the AAU, and then we will connect fiber from the hub site, which people are in microwave understanding, responsive people on transmission who have worked in transmission previously understand the concept of a hub site. So from the hub site of the BBU RAN or the BBU concentrator, we will connect fiber to either the AAU or even the RRU as a traditional system. So this is a new solution which will make you a more focused your capacity in a hub site, and then you are connecting fiber here with a big distance, 80% with more than 10 kilometer. So you can connect many sites, a very compact site just like this with fiber, and then you have the site up and running. So you can even have a 20% of those sites are running from beyond 10 to 20 kilometer. Now this solution has its amazing benefits of allocating the proper capacity. Previously, or on the current centralized network, we might have a problem of some site have baseband unit that is exceeding the required capacity, while other sites have a baseband unit that is not enough and it requires upgrades. So the centralized RAN system will allow the operator to have a hub site that have a mini baseband units and connecting this to the normal sites where the control of the baseband capacity are located in one place. Many operators have already worked with this even with the 4G, but that will be amazing solutions moving forward for the 5G. Operators like Japan SoftBank, South Korea, the top tier operators in China, and Canada TLS operator, those operators were started already implementing these solutions. With 5G, that will be an important solution. Having said that, also the operator has the option to move forward with the previous centralized RAN, or they might think about this solution, which will be amazing from the perspective of being compact, being fast deployment, and capacity organizations. All right, so